Hello. I've given into peer pressure and decided to make a video. For those, well, everyone knows that I'm Sheepdog. I'm doing this because Kev basically descended on me with I was going to say an unsolicited, unprovoked attack of trying to get me to do a video, but actually I did start saying on my blog sheepdogrights.com that I wanted to do a YouTube series. I want to start talking about the things that I generally talk about on there every day. I probably spend about 45 minutes to an hour a day, if not more, writing random nonsense ideas, ranting, and writing random things about just stuff that interests me. As an example, today I probably spent about 45 minutes of my lunch break randomly reading about robots of all things, and just basically talking about how I think they're going to ruin the world, not in a Terminator Armageddon type of way, but I'll cover that in another time. I think the thing that put me off doing this the most is knowing what to talk about. As you can tell now, I'm kind of slightly awkward about it all. It's all new, but I mean, I guess everyone starts somewhere. Kev's advice was to just kind of turn it on and start talking and try and do it for 10 minutes. I'm 1 minute 37 in now, and I'm kind of thinking that's all I had to say. I'm a little bit wound up at the moment. I'm a little bit tense, not because I'm doing the video, but I'm actually gonna walk and talk. I'm gonna be a bit brave, but I'm trying to sort out this little, I want to say moron, but it's not her fault. This here is my axolotl. Where's the camera? That's Ash. Not... I can't do it right. I'll edit this if I can remember how to. So that is my axolotl Ash. And she has not eaten in a stupid amount of time. I came home earlier today and excuse me, and she was basically just, her bum was in the air completely upright, her face was face down in dirt. We've all been there. Excuse me while I reset this. We've all been there, but I don't know why she's doing it. I read a lot about it online. I've spoken about it on Mature Gamer a lot. I keep buying random food thinking that maybe she just doesn't like the food she's eating, but she just seems to be acting weird. So it's got me in a ridiculous situation. I've got my tank over there with I don't know, about 20 shrimp living in it. I've got a box over there with about 50 worms living in it. She won't eat either of them, so I don't know what to do, because part of me feels like, well, they're the lucky ones. I could chuck them in a field, let them live out their worm lives. I'd probably end up being the major cause for destroying all the agriculture in Lincolnshire, but yeah, I'm thinking I might free them into the wild. The shrimp, I'm not too sure. There's a river nearby, I could throw them in there, but I just don't know what to do with this axolotl. I've been trying to find a group that will help me. It's just a bit of a weird one. Beyond that, I don't know. I'm just kind of... That's been my evening so far. That's been the stupid thing. I mean, Kev always jokes about my life being a cartoon, but I kind of walked in the door, sat down for my dinner. Everyone was out, so it's just me. I'm sat here eating, and I just saw her out the corner of my eye, completely upright, and just thought, oh, for crying out loud. And yeah, I put her in that bowl in the hope that she'll... in the hope that she'll stop floating upside down, which has worked, I think. She looked all right in the video, assuming I got the camera the right way around. But they're just ridiculous. I got that pet thinking they're like low maintenance. You look after the water, you feed them, their job done. They're not low maintenance at all. That poor little thing's probably got more bugs and nonsense in it than any other pet I've ever had. I'm just trying to keep it going, damn it. It's ludicrous. Anyway, I don't really want my first video to be all depressing. I don't really know what I want my videos to be. What I'm thinking of doing is taking the random topics that I do on my blog and kind of redoing them as videos where I will just set up and start talking about a topic. As a quick example, I just I often think about some of the TV shows I used to really enjoy and where they went wrong, and what I would have done differently if I was the person writing them. So, the newest season of Prison Break was a resounding failure, complete waste of time. It kind of rewrote a lot of the old, ending to season 4. It didn't make much sense. It kind of all got a bit silly, and I just have a better way. I think they could have done it. It would have completely and utterly deviated from what the show was. It would have become a little bit sci-fi fantasy, but it would have been better than what they ended up doing. And I think, judging by the fact that pretty much all the actors have gone on to DC or Walking Dead or something like that, I think they'd have been up for doing something a little bit different. So yeah, I'll do that at some point. I've covered off things I've noticed in games or stories that don't quite add up. Things about the world, the future, whatever. I quite like kind of looking at stuff people are inventing and thinking, well, hang on a minute, if this person's inventing a machine that's going to do all deliveries, and this company's destroying the high street with shops, and this company is making it so you can make food out of actual poo, then where is anyone going to work in? And I'm looking at that, I'm saying, well, 15 years time, what's going to go on? So I quite like all that. You can expect a bit of that. I genuinely don't know what else to suggest or think at the moment. I'm kind of just going to play it by ear. I'm just going to have to... part of me's thinking of setting up my phone in the car, and on my way back from work, just pulling over, doing a 10-minute video about whatever, in the comfort of my own vehicle, and then driving on home, uploading it, and kind of forgetting about it. I think, in a weird way, that would probably save me more time a day than carrying on writing the blog. It's weird how I started out the blog as a daily thing. It was actually an attempt to sharpen my writing, get me back into writing again. I've written a few books for Kev. I'm currently writing a script with somebody. I'm currently writing about 3 of my own books, and I thought if I did my own daily blog, then doing 1,000 words a day would help me. All of my blog posts are usually between sort of 700 and 1,250 words. I kind of try and average 1,000. And yeah, it takes so much more time. Now I'm in it. Now I got to sort of 10 to midnight last night and thought, I want to go to bed. And I thought, no, I've not done a blog today. I need to do one. And I'm thinking if I can channel that energy into doing these instead and getting that habit of I need to do a video, then hopefully it'll be more worthwhile. I'd be interested in hearing what you guys want to see. A few people have mentioned they'd like to see me do a Pokemon video. The problem I have with that is I've been playing Pokemon Go since the day before it came out, because I kind of got it off the internet. It leaked somewhere early. And at this point I'm on, I don't know, I think I've caught 345 out of the 365 that there are. It seems like an odd place to start doing a series. Like, I'm not going to be catching them all the time. I'm not going to be catching them often. The odds of me getting ones that I'm looking for is quite slim. I don't really want to start the game again. I think that would drive me mad. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do a little bit of kind of, in my blog posts I've talked about how certain things should happen in Pokemon, in the series, in the games, in Pokemon Go. But I don't know, I can't see me just being one. My son watches a heck of a lot of YouTube videos where it's somebody going around San Francisco, with every Pokemon at their feet. I live in a village where I'll be lucky if I see anything remotely good. I have a map that I can use now to go to specific points. I don't really think people are going to watch a video of me basically turning it on, going, right, there's a so-and-so at the other side of Deep Inn. I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to drive 5 miles there. I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to get back in the car and drive home. That's not really a series I want to do. If I lived in London, maybe I could just wander down the street and go, oh, look, they're all lined up waiting to be caught. So yeah, I don't think I'd do it like that. But I'm interested in hearing what you want me to do. I'm pleased that there is some sort of Pokemon interest, because that is probably my favourite kind of series at the moment in terms of games and that. Just let me know what you want to see. I think you'll see on this channel I've already done some FTL videos that had, you know, a couple of hundred watches, but it wasn't that popular, and I'm not very good at the game. If you'd like to see a bit more of that, maybe I'll crack on. I think I'll avoid Football Manager because I'm terrible at it, and I think I've learned I don't really understand it all that well. I'm not very good at tactics. I'm not very good at managing the players' relationships with me. If I try and be nice to them, they be rude. If I be rude to them, they quit. So I don't really understand any of that, and as much as I try and get it right, I feel like it's not the game because it works for everybody else, so it must be me, but nothing seems to go the way I want it to in that, so I don't know what to expect. So yeah, I mean, that's about it for the first ever video. I don't even know what I'm going to call this yet. My site's Sheepdog Writes, so I'm thinking Sheepdog Says, maybe, or Says. My accent's terrible. I've got Sheepdog Plays, so I guess Plays, Says and Writes, it fits. I've created a brand already. So yeah, hopefully this isn't the worst starting video ever. Let me know in the comments and hit subscribe. I think that's what people say. Yeah, thank you.